I don't know what I'm saying, but the kids seem okay. But I'm not having great time FaceTiming with them or talking with them. They're busy. Time zones make it difficult, and I really feel very disconnected from them. It's getting worse and worse.
That's Kevin. One August, he made the decision to leave his wife, his son, and his daughter to build a new life with the woman who had been his affair partner. He moved some distance away, hoping that the connection he felt with her would justify what he was leaving behind. This is the second episode in a 4-part series. These are real, unfiltered conversations I had with a man I'm calling Kevin. He gave me permission to share them, as long as everyone involved remains anonymous. I'm Tim Tedder, the creator of affairhealing.com resources. If you haven't heard episode 1 yet, I really encourage you to start there. It gives important context for the choices Kevin made and the challenges he faced during those early months. This episode includes excerpts from the rest of the conversations we had during his first year of separation. In our original talks, I responded directly to Kevin, offering guidance, asking questions, trying to help him think through the impact of his decisions. But for this series, I've edited out most of my comments so you can focus on Kevin's voice and his experiences and reach your own conclusions about what you hear. And again, a quick apology for the audio quality. I've cleaned these phone conversations as much as I possibly can, but some of it is still rough. Even so, I think Kevin's story is worth leaning in for.
Welcome to The Recovery Room, a podcast presented by affairhealing.com.
In this healing place, in this healing place.
Remember, as you listen to these conversations, the name of Kevin's wife will be replaced with the affair partner is, his son is, and his daughter is. A few months have passed since our last conversation. Now, it's the beginning of a new year. Kevin flew home to spend Christmas with his children. He talks about that experience and tensions with his new partner over issues related to his kids.
Was still upset with me at Christmas, so she texted me a picture that wrapped up a box of tissues. It's so sad, as a Christmas present so that Mom would have Kleenex to cry into. She's like, look what you've done to me, that my daughter has to give me tissues. But the kids have seen, I had them for the week, so I went home. I picked them up at 9 a.m. the day after Christmas. They were ready to go. Didn't come out. She didn't want me to come in the house, so I didn't interact with her at all. And then we drove to my parents, and the kids were, I told you this once before. They said it again, though. It's like, Dad, we don't even notice you're gone. You were so busy with work and stuff. It's not like anything's even that different. But gave me some presents, some 6-packs of beer that she knows I like. And I wasn't expecting a present, so I had something that I had brought just to give in case. She said she didn't want it. She says, I care about you. You don't care about me. That's why I gave you presents, but your presents don't mean anything to me. And then when I dropped them off, she let me come in that day. I think he wanted to show me his room. He has made his room more organized, and it's more adult now. Got rid of some of the kid stuff. He was proud of it. She had some new windows installed, and I was looking at that, and she showed me around, but it was cordial but not friendly. At Christmas, I had the kids, and we stayed at my mom's house, and my mom, too, said that it was the best Christmas they've ever had because they've never had so much time with me and with the kids. This is the first time my parents really had a chance to spend a lot of time with the kids, because usually we stayed at his parents' house. And so the only interaction with my parents would be at dinner if they'd come over for dinner. But of course, I'm thinking on the flip side that his parents, maybe it was the worst Christmas they ever had. I did let the kids, because I know they were excited to go over to his parents as well. So one night, spent the night at his other grandparents, and then another night, spent the night with them. And I resented that, Tim, because I had a week, right? And I gave up one of those days. which I felt bad about, felt guilty about feeling that resentment because I do want them to experience time with the grandparents too. But I know the grandparents have gone to my house and they were there for Halloween. They all got together for Thanksgiving. There have been other chances for them to see the kids. My parents are getting older. It's like the best Christmas they've ever had. At least I thought that was something nice. I also spent intense time with them at Christmas more than I would have. I didn't work. Usually I worked, right? I didn't work. I did stuff with the kids. I sent them a present for Valentine's Day. I'm trying to show in little ways, I guess, that I'm thinking about them. And I know that probably when I was there in the house, right, I would tune out, look at my phone, get on my computer. It wouldn't even matter that they're in the same room. It's like it doesn't matter somehow. It's not like just because I was there, I was automatically a better dad. But it's hard to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm saying, but the kids seem okay. But I'm not having great time FaceTiming with them or talking with them. They're busy. Time zones make it difficult, and I really feel very disconnected from them. It's getting worse and worse. I'm just kind of putting all my hopes on when they come to visit me now, because now I saw them at Christmas. Now it's going to be in the summer, and I'm thinking, is this my life? I'll see them twice a year for 5 weeks, maybe total. It's awful.
In this conversation, Kevin discusses a change affecting his family. A new character is being introduced into the story, and since he will come up in the future conversations, I will add one more name sound. This new person will be represented by a ping that sounds like this.
Well, I'm doing fine. I think the biggest change, Tim, is that I have a boyfriend now. So I think it was after Christmas, she found a boyfriend, told me first, and then my dad is friends with her on Facebook still, and he saw that she had posted some pictures and things. This month, she sends me the invoice every month so that I can pay my obligations to her. She sent some personal things in the email this time too, saying that she's very happy. She forgives me. She understands something that I said to her a while back, which I don't even remember saying, but basically I wasn't unhappy in our marriage, but you don't know what you don't have until you have it. So I think she's saying that, this person's giving her happiness that maybe she didn't even know she was missing in our marriage. Yeah. And maybe that they've been together for about a month. And then she also said, one thing I've missed or regretted is not being friends with you, because the thing is, when we have all these memories on Facebook that I can't see anymore, because it's only if she's tagged the kids, because we're both friends with the kids. So any picture or memory that comes up where the kids have been tagged, I can see that. But there's all these, all this stuff that she posted before the kids had Facebook accounts. She says, I'm sad because you don't see that anymore. So if you want to refriend me on Facebook, go ahead. So I did. And now I can look and see the pictures, and I see how happy she is. I see the reactions of her friends, or even what I would say our friends. I went all the way back. I couldn't go. It's hard to go back, but I went back to the day I left. She didn't post a lot in between, but the day that I left, she was sad, and I'm happy for her. I'm resentful. I have a lot of emotions. So, yeah.
When you found out, how much did it stir second thoughts or feelings like that at all? Did it? Or was it more relief?
I had been feeling second doubts right prior to that. I think that's the last time we spoke. That was before Christmas. I was really feeling strongly towards, almost daydreaming about a reconciliation. And now I think I know the future's, we've learned that, right? I've learned that the future's so unpredictable. Who knows? But now I feel like maybe that's not going to happen. Of course, it's blocked. The kids, I don't know what they do. Sometimes I think they tease me, but was telling me that, mommy said that it's going to be tough for daddy to come back now because I've got and laughed. I don't know. But definitely I feel that she's moved on. I see they go to concerts. He's kissing her. They have parties. I know it's stuff that I probably didn't she took a picture of flowers and said, "Oh, it's so nice. I can't remember the last time." And my kids also, he said, "Dad, I've asked you all these months or years or whatever to build a work table in the garage, and now is finally going to help me build it. You lost out, Dad." And I'm worried that he will be a better father figure than me. I think he's staying there. Her parents came this weekend to meet him. And all their friends on Facebook, of course, they're happy for her. I'm happy for her too, but I see all the thumbs up and the likes and the heart symbols, and even some friends, I thought they were my friends too, but nobody checked on me, or it's like nobody even cared. I guess they assumed I was happy, but I'm worried about his background, Tim. I don't know if this is something my mom started, but she Googled him. He's got it's in the newspaper where he used to live that he was arrested for breaking and entering, and I think assault. He went bankrupt, and says she knew all this. They've talked about this, and this is all from a long time ago. He's friends with on Facebook, and I am suspicious of some things, and that's probably driven by not pure emotions either sometimes. But I told my attorney, and I don't know, he may have the ability to look up the actual court records and things, and he said we should talk. And we're coming to the end of this interim separation agreement. I felt maybe it was good because the interim agreement was financially very difficult. For me, it was one-sided but I wanted to do all those things out of guilt. I still do, but maybe now she'll be a bit more reasonable. So I'm still with, and for Valentine's Day this past weekend, we went on a trip, and there's still all these fights. But I felt like this weekend she finally seemed to be cutting me a bit more slack, or she was a bit more patient with me. So one thing that caused the fight recently, Tim, I just feel like it's so benign, but I was cooking and she was sitting there, and I said something and I called her by mistake, and boy, that made her mad. She's like, how could you do that to me? But to me, it feels like it's almost trivial. Just let it go. But it really caused a horrible fight. She's never answered this question that you asked me to ask her, which was, what does she envision as the future relationship with my kids? How often do I see them or talk to them? She never really answered. I felt like when I bring up the kids, it triggers her to be upset. I mentioned that to you before. I think that's getting less now. There was an idea that I would go home in March for the kids' spring break. It's just a short trip. In the agreement, I have the right to have them for every other spring break or something. So hated that idea, saying it was so hard for you to be there at Christmas. She hated that. I guess she hated my interactions with, and just was worried somehow. But I think that steered me towards not going back at spring break. And I feel bad because I gave up that time to appease. It's like I feel like I'm just pulled and pushed and trying to make other people happy somehow.
This is the last conversation I had with Kevin during the first year after his leaving. It was May. He discussed several frustrations he was trying to work through, including ongoing concerns about his wife's boyfriend being in their home.
The kids tell me that he basically lives there. His permanent residence is his parents' house currently, so he's basically lived there just unofficially. They got a puppy, which I think is his doing, but my daughter loves having a puppy. I don't know. I look at Facebook. She allowed me to be friends with her again, and I can see in the background of some of the pictures. He's got a brand new grill. I asked, where's my grill? It's in the garage. The yard looks good. He's weeding, apparently, the patio. I mean, everything looks like it's being well taken care of. And the kids seem fine. They seem pretty cool about it. But I just see, more and more of his presence there. And even on Facebook, at one point prohibited me from clicking like on a picture of my kids or a heart symbol. And I said, oh, it hurts her too much. But now I see doing it, clicking the heart symbol on pictures of my kids. Who cares about Facebook, right? But maybe someday my kids would look and think, gee, Dad even left on Facebook. He left us totally. He's on probation. I mean, I don't know. He's had minor things in the law because my attorney looked him up. I'm worried about him being there all the time with my daughter as she gets older. And I'm paying the mortgage. I'm not only paying spousal support and child support, we're still under that temporary agreement, but I'm paying the full mortgage to him. And I just feel like it's not, it's kind of hard to describe it, but the temporary agreement, when we put that in place, it's very much in favor financially. My attorney thinks it's crazy, and he's even said that the attorney acknowledges that it's very one-sided. But I sense myself dragging my feet, and I sense myself not being as aggressive as I should be, maybe because, for one thing, I feel very guilty. The other thing, Tim, is it's very rocky, very, very rocky. I think we've broken up and gotten back together 4 or 5 times. We argue a lot, and I don't know. The reasons are varied, but a lot of it has to do with my kids and this. I think she's jealous of my kids. She's jealous of the place that they have in my heart or in priority. She wants to be first, she told me. She's jealous of all people. I mean, I had pictures of them up on my wall, and she said, take them down or put something over them. I don't want to see them. And I blew up. I couldn't believe it. But then that night, I guess we somehow, I don't know, I don't remember how we made up. Somehow we made up that night or the next morning. I apologized. So usually how it goes, that I apologize. She never says she's wrong. This is how it goes. I apologize, and she accepts me back. I'm kind of getting bored with that. Like, this is my future. This is it. I don't know how to make it better, Tim. And also, I feel like if I let it fall apart, then it was all worthless. I left for nothing. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I feel pretty happy, Tim. I mean, I still feel guilty that I feel happy. I kind of like it here. I like focusing on work. I think work's going better than it has ever gone. I just feel more focused, more efficient.
Kevin also talked about his excitement over the expected visit he would have with his son and daughter in the summer, when they were scheduled to visit him for a couple of weeks. He'll talk about that experience and more in the next episode of this series, which will include all of our conversations during the second year of his leaving. If you appreciate this podcast, please rate it, review it, or share it with someone else. Those are things I can't do, but they help a lot. So thank you.